Hey everyone, we're here in Vancouver, Canada to meet the co-founders of the BC Tiny House Collective. Basically, the collective is a group of people who are working and volunteering to legitimize and legalize tiny houses in the province of British Columbia. They've been working for a year now, and they have a three-pronged approach. So they're working to engage and educate with the community. They are doing research to find out what the challenges and opportunities would be to legalizing tiny houses, and they're also organizing some pilot projects in different communities around the province. So we're going to go meet up with Stasia and Sam and talk about their work for the collective.
I think there's a few reasons why tiny houses are popular, and it's just like a variety of values, right? So for some, it's the sustainability side of things, and we're seeing that our housing industry is becoming less and less sustainable, and the amount of space that people are taking up is excessive, and so then there's the minimalist ideology around it as well. So sustainability, minimalism, affordability as well. You know, the housing crisis is really pushing people in this direction. And then the community side of things. So social isolation has become such a big issue, and we see tiny houses being part of a bigger community where people have a little bit more interaction with their neighbors and communal spaces to go to.
Yeah, and I think it also offers flexibility. If it's on wheels, then you have a bit more mobility. I don't think the job market is what it used to be, so I think, you know, if you want to be in Vancouver 1 month and maybe Toronto the next, there's opportunity for it to kind of go with you. But I think it's so diverse in terms of why people want it. Is it a reaction to a housing crisis, or is it a preference that you just want to live smaller footprint? It's just a deliberate choice.
So right now we have two main options. We can have a single family home, or we can live in a high rise. And we don't have a whole ton of row houses or duplexes, fourplexes, or grow homes, or laneway houses are just kind of starting, but you can't stratify them, so you can't purchase your own laneway house. So there's very few options for homeowners, and I think that tiny houses it's just another option. I mean, we say very frequently that tiny houses are not going to solve the housing crisis. Like, this isn't the solution. It's just part of a solution.
Cities have such an opportunity right now to be creative and innovative and really tackle housing crises in really new and interesting ways.
The BC Tiny House Collective was formed in the July of 2016, and it came together because on the one side I was navigating the kind of policy pathways to trying to get my tiny house parked in Vancouver or North Vancouver, and at the same time Stasia was looking at tiny houses through a design lens, and so we met, and the collective just formed because there was momentum there to try and get tiny houses recognized. And so our goal became to legalize and legitimize tiny houses as a viable housing stock in Metro Vancouver and across BC. And we just kind of took off. There's now, like 1,000 people or something that are kind of touching base pretty frequently and on our social networks. And we work with maybe 100 volunteers like on a regular basis. Anywhere from like building tiny houses to helping us with the website to being a liaison with landowners to like all sorts of people are involved in this. So it's a three-pronged approach. Like the research and the outreach both support the kind of pushing policy forward. There's not a lot of research on tiny houses, so that's all very new. So we're partnered with a number of universities, and the students are exploring everything from like gray water management to design to statistic analysis, like of our survey, because we did a survey to gauge awareness and demand for tiny houses across Vancouver. But yeah, so getting those answers and also showcasing the demand for it will both help push a pilot forward, hopefully. We're in conversations with a number of municipalities across BC, and there's definitely interest from, at least I can think off the top of my head, at least like 4 or 5 of them, serious interest, but it's a slow process. I started my tiny house build before I started the BC Tiny House Collective with Stasia, but I'm not living in it yet. So I'm waiting for the perfect pilot opportunity with with either the City of Vancouver or another municipality in the area to test it out.
Thanks for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed meeting Sam and Stasia and learning more about the strategy that they're using to legalize tiny homes in their province and in their city. We think it's really interesting that they've focused not only on worrying about Sam's own tiny house, but that they're working towards making it legal for everyone, and that they're involving so many different partners and just trying to do this properly so that it can be a model that can be duplicated in other communities around the world. Please subscribe if you like this video, and thanks for watching.